I don't know, why should I do this? I don't know if I can really get into the Christmas spirit this year. And with help from my team, my manager, I was like, you know what, you should still do it. And it was kind of the same conversation about this next song. I was like, this song meant so much to me, and I don't know if I'm in the right place to be singing it now after going through a bit of a faith crisis. And again, my manager said, you know, I think you should do it because it's still a part of your story and what's led you to where you are now and who you are today. And so I decided to add it back in. And it's a song about prayer. And it was one I had a few years ago in a dream. And I think it was hard for me to come back to it and to do it for this tour, because I thought, you know, I was at a point where I just thought, you know, if there is a God and you know, I was praying a lot to him for a lot of years because I was afraid of who I was and how I was. And I thought if I needed to be able to change that in order to be acceptable and to be okay. And so I started praying about, you know, asking God to change me from like around when I was 12, and spent years praying and just, you know, I thought, you know, but with due diligence, and if I have enough faith, then he'll answer my prayers and be able to change me so that I'm acceptable. Because I would look at myself and I wasn't the same as everyone else. And the way that I was told I should be, I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I was like, maybe with time I'll just change. But I stayed the way I was, and I just thought there must be something wrong with me. And so I spent a lot of time praying, and years went by, and I just thought, well, maybe God doesn't like me because, you know, or maybe I'm just not good enough. I don't have enough faith because I'm not changing. And I thought, well, maybe I just need to put more effort into it. And I just, you know, up until last year, I was committed to an engagement to this beautiful girl, and it was the third time I tried. I bought 3 wedding rings, engagement rings, and just thought, well, it's not working, but maybe this time. And when I realized how wonderful of a person she was, and they would all say the same thing each time I was in a relationship with these girls, and they would say things like, you know, you're so cold, you're so distant. And one of them even said, like, I'm used to feeling loved, and I don't feel that from you. And I thought, I'm doing everything I think I'm supposed to be doing. When she was telling me this, we were at my mom's, like visiting my mom, spending time with my family, and I was spending time with her, taking her out to eat. I bought her flowers, and I would spend as much time as I could talking to her on the phone. And I just thought, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. But I thought it just wasn't the right person. But when I was in the last one last year, I just thought, I was really getting terrified because I thought, you know, I knew that I wasn't able to desire them in the way that they deserved to be, and that the way that they wanted to be. But I thought, I don't know what else to do at this point. So I got this really bad anxiety attacks last year, and I started praying so much and just saying, God, if you're really there, please change me. And I just wasn't hearing anything. And I was just thinking, I was getting scared because sorry, the pedals are running from me. Because I didn't want to be bad. And I was feeling like I was a bad person just for even being, because I tried so hard and I just thought I must not be good enough. Maybe God cursed me because I'm still here the way I am. And I was thinking like, I don't want to be here and be bad, so maybe, it's better that I'm not here because you're so scared of yourself. And so one time I just got on my knees and I prayed and I just said, God, if you're really there and if you really have a purpose for me, please change me. Please, I just don't know what else to do. I'm exhausted and I'm just worn out. And I was so surprised at the response I got from what I always knew as God and what I always felt as God guiding me out throughout my life. And I just felt this response saying, David, you need to stop asking me this. You see, at this point, you've been asking for over half of your life now for me to change you when I don't see anything to change about you. There's nothing that's supposed to be changed. You're the way I intended for you to be. And I don't see anything wrong in how you are. And you need to understand that. I don't see you the same way you see you. I don't see you the same way a lot of well-meaning people may see you. And it was like the first time I was able to feel love for myself. And it changed everything, So if you've ever felt like you don't belong because of you being different, I just want you to know that, it is worth you sticking around and being here and allowing you to live your life and be happy. And, for me, I was like, well, maybe if I give in and accept me as I am, maybe it's, I can make up for my life. I can do enough to make up for who I am. But that's not how it is. Like, I'm able to be who I am. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm known for singing a song about crush, and I never understood it. People would be like, oh, really? That song was like, I couldn't relate. I mean, like, now I know what everyone was talking about, finally. As a 31-year-old. But this song is, I had it in that dream a few years ago, and I was actually praying about the same thing. I was praying for almost all my life, and I'd like to share it with you now, and I call it my little prayer.